Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Little Reptiles. That's right, I am back, but not really for very long. But I am back long enough to do we normally call a clutch update, but that's actually not the right term, because it's not a clutch when they don't lay eggs. This is going to be a live birth update. Actually, I've used a little vermiculite. I don't like vermiculite. It's like gold dust everywhere. Look at that. Ugh. Anyway, we're going to pull these out using a hook. So these are going to be some Western Diamondbacks. Now, this is our second time ever having live Western Diamondback babies. This is a first-year mama. Last year we had a whole bunch. This year we only got 3 out of her. This is a different mom. So we just got only the 3, but we're going to show you them. We're pretty excited. So first let me tell you about the pairing. The pairing was to an albino female, and all we knew for sure was that she was a visual albino, and we used a purple haze male, which would be a caramel albino with hypermelanistic. So it's going to create more melanin, also called black. And that's what we were using for male. We knew, because we knew who the male's mother was, that the male was also het for straight albino. So the expectation would be to get albinos and normals. The normals would be triple hets. The albinos would be albino double het, caramel albino, and black, right? That's what we're looking for. However, my little brain had told me that there's a pretty good chance that female carried more than just albino. I thought there was a really good chance she might be het for caramel albino, or het for black, or het for both, because I got them all in a group. Those were in there. These things are kind of like corn snakes of the venomous world, meaning there's a lot of recessive genes and there's a lot of hets running around. So we wanted to kind of find out what do we really have, and by pairing that, I thought maybe we either get albinos, or we get some really cool stuff. So let's see what we got. So we're going to put them in this box here to film one at a time and give them each their due. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to look at them one at a time and not as a group of 3. And we're going to start with this little guy right here. Now, we believe, and again, the last time we did Western Diamondbacks, all we had were the blood reds, right? The blood diamonds that came from us. That was our first ones we ever were able to produce. And we had so much fun, we wanted to do more. So what do I think we're looking at here? I think this is just a straight albino. I think its color is so nice because it's so young. These have just had their first shed, so it's got this really cool orange look. That is an awesome snake. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Maybe you have a lot of experience with Westerns and you're going to tell me there's something different. Hey, I'm open to listening, because again, this is something I'm doing as a side project. I think it looks amazing, but I could be wrong on my Dean until I get a little older. So I'm always open to suggestions. Come on, little one. I'll put that one back. These haven't had their first meal yet. The next one here proves out what we thought we knew, or thought we were hoping to find out. That in fact, our albino female does carry additional hets. We believe this to be a caramel albino here, which is a tyrosinine positive albino. So you can see it's much different looking than the first snake we showed you. A lot more color in the pattern. You almost got some reds in there. The other one's very orangey. So a very different looking snake. Obviously a different genetic. We believe that to be the caramel albino. Oh, don't run away on me, little one. Don't make me tell you. I don't want to tell you. I will if you make me. You're a little small for that, though. Yep, there you go. Just chillax on the hook. You're not going to chillax on the hook. I said chillax on the hook. Thank you. Put that back. And then the one that's probably maybe my favorite, the one I was most excited to see the gene pop out for, is when Caleb was here when these were born. I wasn't. When he first got this, he said, I think we hit a purple haze, and as it aged and shed, it went dark. So what we think we're really looking at here is definitely not a purple haze. I think we are looking at a very young hypermelanistic, or also known as black. You can see how dark the head is, how dark it gets through here, and then to that tail being that creamsicle color. I think this one, they're actually going to rattle at me, that's cute, is actually just going to be a straight hyper. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. If I am, let me know. But based on what we've seen with our purple haze, these two things don't look the same, which is why I think we're looking at just a hyper. Although it does kind of have a purpley bruised color, but I think it'll keep getting darker. So we'll put this little guy back. Oh, you're going to pose? You're going to pose all beautiful? You are going to pose beautiful. Well, that's a treat. That's awesome right there. I love when they do things like this. Don't bite me, though. It's not okay to bite Dad. Dad likes you. Yes, he does. These things, too, when they're born, you know, these have had the shed number 1, not meal number 1 yet. They are fully capable of inflicting a venomous bite. So do know that. Like, you know, don't go taking too many liberties, or you may regret it. You see people do that all the time. You know, they're obviously not going to show it when it goes south. So just be mindful of what you're dealing with. You know, that would be my advice. So heat sensors, heat pits do work, don't they, little one? God, you're so cool. Now, would the snake crawl on my hand and not bite me? Simple answer is yes, it would. I have no doubt if I did it right, the snake would crawl on my hand and not bite me, and we could go do some cool free handling shit and show off. But I'm not going to do that because it's really not good TV. It makes good TV as far as generating clicks and things go, but unless you've done a lot of this, I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you're willing to lose a finger or part of your hand, which I really don't want to do, I also wouldn't recommend it. But this one's chill enough right now. We could probably get that job done. All right, guys, that is the only 3. Now, for full disclosure, we do have another set of Western Diamondbacks that has been laid. We're waiting on them to shed. They have not shed yet. We will update those as soon as they are out. That one, this literally, it's kind of strange. It gave us 3 babies. That's just it. The other one also laid while I was gone, and that one had 5 lives, and it had, I think you said 2 stills?
5 stills.
5 stills.
And then
2 slugs, right?
Yes.
So a total of 12. Unfortunately, we had a high number of stills in that one. Also a first-year mom, but we did get 5 babies. Out of those 5 babies, I will go ahead and just for full disclosure now tell you when we update, you're only going to see 4. One of them was struggle bus city and only lived for a few days and became crock food. It just sometimes that's the reality of it. If it had been in an egg, it wouldn't have made it out of the egg, but since it was live birth, it made it out. But it kind of only went to the right whenever it'd move and just didn't. It did absorb a lot of yolk, but it just didn't look right in the head and didn't move right, and we kind of didn't expect it to make it. Didn't appear to be in pain, but we wanted to see if maybe it would continue, and then sometimes they continue on and get stronger and everything goes well. Other times they don't. Unfortunately, that one was a don't. So you only see 4 updates there, but that pairing is what we believe to be an albino black male paired to an albino female. So same thing, I won't ruin it for you. We're looking to see if there's extra hets in another albino female. It's always been the game. Caleb, anything you want to add?
Nope.
Really quick? No, we'll save that for Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, you should be. Check it out. You can do a free trial, and if you hate me, you don't have to stay. If you like me, it's worth it. All right, guys, we will catch you next time.